Welcome back to Whiskey and Water. We're here for episode 2. And I just drank a lot of coffee and I'm feeling good.
She's feeling good and bad
at the same time. Like, I definitely have the jitters, but it's cool.
But she's keeping it together.
So
here
what's
we are.
up? How was your weekend?
My weekend, it was a long one. It was a long one.
It was only 2 days. It wasn't even that long.
No, but like mentally.
Oh yeah, you went out Friday night, right?
I went out Friday night and
got trashed for sure. Saw it Snapchat the day later of you hating your life. It's cool.
Yes. And then I didn't go out Saturday night, although that was my plan.
Damn, but you got so fucked up the first night that you couldn't go out the second night.
No. I day drank on Saturday instead.
She's like, let me fight this hangover with more drinking. Classic.
Yeah. I mean, so I had the hangover, went through it, and then by like 4 or 5.
Did you throw up?
No, not the first day.
Oh shit.
Not the first day. And then, God, Saturday was a rough one.
Did you throw up in public?
Define public.
A public restroom?
No, ew, gross. No.
A public, like, in the streets?
No.
Like,
no,
what else is public?
I was drinking with some friends at an Airbnb, and I don't know.
Okay, so
one
that's
too
public.
many tequilas.
Yeah,
but
happens.
like it was like friends.
Okay.
Oh God, it was horrible. And then I like woke up like 5 or 6 times throughout the night to fucking.
Ooh,
yeah.
yak?
Yeah,
oh, God.
that's how bad it was.
You had a weekend. It's been a minute since you've been like that.
I know.
I'm surprised you didn't tell me. Well, you didn't tell me because
we're saving ourselves.
About this learning curve, we're realizing that like we talk almost every day.
She goes, we talk almost every day.
We talk 24/7. So we're realizing now that like we
have to withhold information
things so that when we see each other on here, we can get caught up.
Yeah.
So literally this weekend we've been
distant.
We've been practicing abstinence from speaking to each other.
It's been rough, but
okay. So you made a good recovery. You're all good now.
Yeah, we're good. It's a Monday.
It is a Monday.
It's a blessed day. I'm a new woman.
Okay.
I'm a
looking hydrated
child of God.
And also, whoever is watching this, we did not plan on matching. We have very matchy white tops and
this
jeans.
Is just something that happens.
It happens quite often.
All the time.
Yeah. I think it's just that thing where you're on the same like frequency as someone else.
But I hate even like
saying frequency.
No, I don't mind that. I'm just saying like I hate being those girls that are like, yeah, just happens like best friend telepathy.
But it does. So fuck it.
It does.
So
it really does. Truly wasn't planned. But yeah. So how was your weekend?
Just patiently waiting
enough about me
for her to ask how my weekend was. It was good. I didn't do jack shit. Well, no, I was productive. I was in Tampa with Tyler. Tyler's my boyfriend, by the way, for those of you who don't know.
Caught up.
I'll be talking about him probably fairly often because we live together, and yeah. It was good. So I kept him company, but I didn't have a car, so I was kind of just like stuck in the Airbnb all weekend.
Uber?
But I was prepared. Yeah, but like to do what? By myself in Tampa.
Explore Tampa.
But I went out once to get a pedicure, and that was my outing
Love that
of
for
the
you.
weekend. Yeah. Other than that, I almost finished my textbook, which is exciting because I'm a fucking nerd. And I have my offer is accepted on this place, and we are in contract on a house, and the inspection just has to go well, so fingers crossed. But the whole weekend I had nothing to do, so I just made a fucking big ass like Pinterest Canva layout of all my renovation that I'm gonna do for the entire place.
Cute. Love that.
That's fun.
You little wifey.
Yeah. I also realized that I am just horribly horrible with directions, which I knew.
You mean like map directions?
Yeah, I'm directionally challenged. Like getting to the Airbnb, bruh. I put it in my close friends, so they kind of saw a story, but I literally she was like, hey, don't follow GPS, it'll take you into the neighbor's house. So like 5 minutes leading up, I'm like, all right, we can't follow GPS, we have to follow the map that she gave us. Like I'm like trying to avoid this problem. And of course, I just end up doing exactly what I was trying to avoid. Meanwhile, this is after a 6-hour drive with a heavy-ass trailer in the back that was swaying back and forth with all his fucking material. So we're, like, exhausted by this point. We show up. We just want to, like, get in bed and relax, take our... Oh, I'm going to say take our clothes off, but that sounds like fucked up. Just, like, you know, relax.
Yeah,
relax.
Take your bra off.
Yeah,
Chill.
you know? So we go into the wrong neighbor's house, and he's like, Olivia, seriously, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. Go into the right place, the right Airbnb, and there's, like, you know how they'll have, like some houses will have multiple rooms that they rent out. So for some reason, the backyard lights were off that night, and she said that they're always on. For some reason, they were off. So it's pitch black. So I think we're going to this one place. So we go. As soon as we step out of the car, the sprinklers turn on. I have my suitcase, my yoga mat, because I'm, like, prepped. 2 bags of food, because I know I'm not leaving all weekend. So I have all this shit. We're, like, running through the pitch black in the sprinklers. We show up, we walk in. I'm like, oh, we're finally here. I'm looking around. I'm like... This doesn't look like the pictures. Looks a little different. Like, maybe they just changed things. Like, maybe they renovated.
But was it in the same house? Were the 2 rooms in the same house? Or was it like,
No.
was it like an efficiency type of vibe?
It was an efficiency.
Okay.
So we're there. I'm looking around. I'm like, this does not look the same. I'm like, whatever. Maybe they just changed things. And then I go into the room, and the sheets are off the bed. Like, the bed is not made. And I'm like, well, that's a little weird. Like,
they're like, make your own fucking bed.
Right. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe
discount B&B.
Yeah, I was like, maybe we're supposed to make our own for this one. I don't know. And then I'm looking around, I'm like, babe, I don't know. And he's like, Olivia, are you fucking serious? So then we have to run. We realize it's the wrong place. We run back through the pitch black, through the sprinklers. Literally, I'm like, this is a joke. This is a joke. This is a joke. We finally get to the right place. And then I wake up, and there's, like, a zoo in the backyard. So it was just an overall interesting, bizarre experience.
I need to know more about the zoo.
Okay, I don't know.
What kind of animals?
They had chickens, duck, miniature...
A single duck.
See, it's actually a sad story. They had a family of ducks. They had a mama. Oh. They had a mama and a daddy, and, like, the night that we got there, raccoons ate the mama.
I'm sorry, what?
So the dad was just walking around for like 2 days, just looking for his little partner in crime. I could cry.
I'm sorry.
And then, like,
are raccoons a danger to ducks? I had no idea that was even like how the food chain went.
And then Tyler and I were driving down the street and literally saw the family of raccoons, which was like 20 of them,
bastards,
run across the street.
Fucking raccoons.
Literally, I've never seen that many raccoons like together. And then I was like, well, that makes sense.
That's a herd.
That makes sense. They're literally like planning these little missions, and raccoons have thumbs.
They have the little,
so they can like fuck shit up.
Oh.
So yeah, they got the mama. So that now they only have 3 little ducks.
Wow, I wonder if it was like a premeditated attack.
100%, they planned it. Oh yeah,
but they
planned it. They're smart little fuckers. But,
that's so sad.
So, but these ducks, it's funny. These ducks, we were like, it looks like the Aflac duck, like the white and the orange beak, and they like sound like the Aflac, like quack. They like quack like it.
Isn't that like a goose?
No, it's a duck. And then we're like, what kind of ducks are they? And they're like Peking duck. And me and Tyler look at each other and just like low-key laugh, because at the Chinese restaurant that we go to with my dad,
yes,
we order Peking duck, and those shits are so good.
Oh my god, I hate you.
So the whole time we're looking at them, we're like, them shits are yummy.
You're like, damn, that raccoon had the right idea.
Yeah, like if one of them goes missing tonight, what's on us if another one goes missing? But yeah, it was interesting. So enough about my crazy animal zoo experience. Let's get right into our show topic.
Yeah, well, we have our pro tip.
Pro tip. We're still trying to figure out like what sound effect we want to do for that.
She's insistent upon having that be
pro tip. I think that's fun.
It just doesn't do it for me. Anyways, our pro tip of today's episode.
Let's say it at the same time. Stop fucking drooling. 2019. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Drooling. No offense.
No,
but
a little bit of offense. I get it.
Addiction's hard, 100%. I get it. First, why'd you get addicted in the first place?
Well, some people transition from cigarettes.
Okay, literally 90% of people who smoke Juuls never even smoked a cigarette. That is not a real. That is not a real statistic. Don't quote me on that.
Disclaimer.
But I feel like from my general knowledge of friends who I know, they never smoked cigarettes.
No, I feel you, and that's
that's
the controversy within juuling is that like kids are doing it because it's
high
it's easily
schoolers.
accessible and like
Every high
it
school
tastes
friend
good, it's fruity flavored, like whatever the fuck.
It's just bullshit. I mean, like, you know how Nuggie.
Sit Nugget.
You better be a good Nugget.
Come here. Sorry, Nugget. If you're not watching this, Nugget is
our mascot.
He's our mascot, but he's sitting on the couch. And if he gets up,
he has long nails and a wood floor. It's not a good combo.
Don't do it, Nugget. Sit down. Anyways, yeah. So stop fucking drooling.
Yeah. So a story came out last week about this kid whose lungs collapsed, which I think is like there's been quite a few of these stories, and yeah, it just sucks. This guy was like a friend of a friend, and his post went viral, and it's
wait,
like,
you knew him?
No, I don't know him, but I think I found it by being a friend of a friend. Someone's like, my friend, blah, blah, blah. It could have been bullshit, but his fucking lung collapsed.
Yeah.
And he was like, please stop drooling. Like, he had black spots all over his lungs. And I think people are just so, if they can't see it, they don't think it's happening.
They're ignorant to it, yeah.
Yeah, which I get. But also, like, come on. You gotta know that shit's not good for you. And I think the worst thing is that, like, I know people who work out every day, have an amazing diet, won't touch dairy or meat, but drool.
We know too many of them.
Nugget.
We know too many of them. Regardless.
Nugget, lay down. Come here. Lay down.
He's fine. But yeah, regardless.
Yeah, guys, if I could encourage anything, seriously, take that shit seriously. It's your health. I'm sorry for all my friends who drool, but
yeah,
it's tough love.
We're coming for our friends right now.
I know. I sent that post. Like, I posted on my story hoping that my friends who do drool would see it.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, fuck that. I screenshot it and sent it individually to everyone I know who drools, who I care about.
What was, like, the general, like...
They're like, I know, blah, blah, blah.
There's so many people, though, where I send that to them, and then they're like, oh, this is my last pod. And then, like,
it's
I see those motherfuckers, like... And then they, like, make it cute, and then they'll, like, post on their story and be like... said my last
you just have to care enough about yourself, and also know that shit is like, it's like back in the 60s or whenever fucking cigarettes came out and no one was even thinking about it, and then of course 100 years later people are getting their fucking jaws and throats cut out, like, no fucking shit.
That shit will catch up to
you. Anywho,
yeah,
moving on.
You do it.
Okay, so today's topic is gonna be a hot one.
Hot topic. And
it's like something that, I don't know, at first we like didn't really want to talk about it, but then we're like, fuck it, give the people what they want. We're talking about the real deal on being an influencer and Instagram.
Yeah,
and social
so being
media.
an Instagram influencer and just
I feel like it's like, you know how they have those memes on Facebook where it's like what people think you do, what you actually do, what your parents think you do, like that's kind of how I feel about this. Like, people, there's definitely a stigma around being an influencer and kind of a negative connotation, at least from what I've experienced.
100%.
Of like, it's kind of just a joke. Something that started as like, you're an Instagram model, kind of turned into influencer, but the same level of respect stayed of like, get a real job.
Yeah,
that's how I think people see it.
No, I mean, and I feel like it can go like two ways. Like, there's the locals and there's the hometown people who think it's like the coolest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah, and Jess grew up in a small town, so that's especially
coming from my side of things. And then like the second one is just like the people who are just over fucking Instagram models and Instagram influencers and just feel like Instagram as a whole, and they kind of just like shit on it. And
yeah,
like,
which I get. Like, I don't know, I see all sides of it.
No, for sure.
I don't think you should be shitting on anyone for trying to make a living, but
100%.
But I mean, it's definitely not a traditional way of making a living, and it's something our parents, I think, still might not understand. Like, dude, when I started, my mom, I'll never forget this, because my mom was so like insistent on asking me like, but what are you doing with it? Like, when I first made my account, and she was like, but like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, but like, I'm just going with it. I'm seeing where it takes me. And like, at that point, I probably had it like a year, and it was already opening doors for me. So I was like, I don't know, I'm just riding the wave and like seeing where it ends up. And I'm so happy I did. And like, no offense to my mom, like, she was just concerned. Love you, Ro. She was just concerned. She was like, she saw me posting pictures in a bikini, and like, you know,
it's kind of like, what's the point? Like, why are you putting yourself out there unnecessarily?
Yeah, I remember that conversation so well, and I was just like, I don't know, fuck it, I'm just gonna go with it though.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just kind of started doing it because I don't know. It was fun, and I liked taking photos in bikinis, and I was just posting them, and then
like kind of started more as a hobby for you.
Yeah, for sure, as a hobby, and just I enjoyed posting.
You also, I don't know if this is something
people.
to note, but you transformed your personal one into your professional one.
Yeah,
which is interesting because I've lurked you literally, I think probably to your first picture.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I hardcore like a few months ago even.
Yeah, no, I know. And you were telling me you were like archive this,
yeah.
And I was like, you're right. But yeah, so my account has been my personal account since high school.
Yeah.
And then I just ended up making like a name change and just started posting more of like my modeling photos and stuff, which was cool because I still had like that.
Your homies.
My homies on it, and like my, people from high school and just people that have like supported me since day one, which I feel like really helped me like get my start. But yeah.
I made a whole separate account.
Yeah, which is probably why it was like different for you, and like your mom was like, why are you making
exactly
a whole separate account?
But it's cool because now I can look back and be like, yo, I started from zero. Like I had nothing. I asked everyone from my personal account. I was like, hey, please support this page. And I think everyone was kind of just like, girl, like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, see, it was different for me. And especially because, like, I actually got on Instagram, like, really early.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
In high school. So, and guys, you can actually go to my page. You guys can scroll all the way.
It's dangerous. I'm like surprised you, like, have
leave it up.
Everything.
Like, fuck it.
If
like, I want people to see, like, where I fucking came from.
And if someone cares enough to lurk you that far down, like, they almost deserve to see it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see
go through
it.
those thousands of photos, sweetie. Waste your time. But yeah, if you were to scroll down, you would literally see photos of me from high school. And so
Jess has glowed up.
I truly have. And well,
Jess has
and I post about it all the time because
I mean,
like,
I have obviously everyone does, but like you have a great glow up.
And people just, and it's so funny because people think that like, influencers and models have been like so privileged and gorgeous their entire lives and haven't had any hardships and blah 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 fucking blah. But I was fucking ugly, all right? I was fucking ugly.
You weren't ugly. You just went through a nice little awkward stage, as we all do. Because
my entire life I wasn't very awkward. I was cool. I was a cool kid. But
she's like, let me backtrack. Let me not completely sell myself out. Girl, tell how it is.
No, but really, I definitely wasn't cool. But I wasn't like a weirdo either.
Fine line. Depends
on who you talk to.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, and if you guys, like I said, I post about this all the time. So if you guys were to ever go on my Instagram, you would see these photos of me from like middle school, even high school. I mean, I feel like I hit puberty like my sophomore year of college. So
no, literally, it is crazy.
Did I not?
The boob job helped, but it's crazy.
The boob job did help.
It helped just even everything out.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, it's crazy. Like, yeah, even 2 years ago, I'll look at photos of like us. No, maybe not 2, like 3 years ago.
Like 3, yeah.
I'm like, you look like your body is just completely different.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and just to throw this out there, my boob job is the only work that I've ever gotten, and really planned to get at this time until things start to sag, and you gotta
do some readjusting.
But little
bobo.
Little filler.
I actually want to talk about that on an episode. Ooh, I'm gonna add that to the idea list right now.
Do it.
Getting work done.
Would love to talk to you guys about getting work done. But yeah, so that's the only work I've ever had done. But regardless, definitely had a little bit of a glow up.
Wait, we're talking about fucking Instagram.
Yeah, no.
Let's circle back.
Move it back around.
I have like.
So I'm talking about how ugly I was in high school.
I have like 30 minutes till my turkey pot pie is done. By the way, we're gonna hear the timer.
Solely on that.
I think I smell it. Anyways,
shit smells good. Yeah. So and we were kind of just talking about like how we started.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how like so Instagram. Yeah, I had my Instagram like way before a lot of people. Because I was using it as a photo editing app, which is why we're talking about like the first photos. So if you scroll down, you'll see photos of like flowers and shit that I was just like
artsy.
Posting because I was a photographer.
We were all photographers.
Listen, it's carried me this far. I mean, fake it till you make it.
I feel like every middle schooler has a phase where they're like, I think I want to be a photographer.
Gets one camera for Christmas.
No, really. Their bio is like photographer. Follow my photography page.
Oh God, cringe. And they're using, what was it, Picnic? You're using Picnic to edit your photos? Wow. You know what I'm talking about?
Throwback for the MySpace pictures.
Yes. And you were adding like smiley faces and like peace signs
yeah.
in the corners.
Yeah, and you had like your
rounding
signature
out the
edits,
corners,
blurring the edges.
Oh yeah.
Or like
making everything black and white.
And you're the only colorful. Like, how vain. That's so vain.
Who the fuck are you?
Who do you think you are?
Okay, regardless.
Stuff. I wish I could see my MySpace photo. Anyways, I mean, like, my profile.
I
would pay money.
I could definitely pull that back
hold
up.
on. Cut.
Do it.
I want to bang on the table.
Sure, you're okay.
I think I had an asthma attack.
Where's your inhaler?
It's right there. I'm good. I'm laughing too hard, and I have a silent laugh, and I just want to bang on the table, and it's so hard not to do that.
We're gonna give you some alternative, like a stress ball or something.
Okay, wait. My first MySpace. I made my first MySpace account was a fake Miley Cyrus profile.
I'm sorry.
No,
what?
I kid you not. I was like,
wait.
I was Miley Cyrus.
Why?
Oh my
and
god.
how do I not know this about you?
Oh my god, I'm crying. My URL was I can't. My URL was
why?
because I was obsessed with Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana. I was in her fan club. It's fine. I saw the Jonas Brothers concert with Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. Oh god.
I thought we were friends.
My URL was the real one MC. The real one.
Wait, but were you
Miley
but
Cyrus.
were you pretending
I was
to
pretending to be her.
Wait.
I dead ass.
Like you were trying to bamboozle people.
Yeah. Like I was Miley Cyrus. I was getting all her like photos, like her personal photos that she like took at home with her friends. What a time.
Wait.
What a time. So that's how I started my journey as an influencer.
Wait, that's so scary. How old were you?
Like probably 5th grade. 4th, 5th, or 6th grade. Somewhere in that time frame. And then that's the MySpace that I converted into like my personal one. So the URL was still like the real one, but it also could be there alone, which is super emo too. I'm so glad that you never knew this. You were learning so much about each other. They're alone. Just a 6th grader going through her shit, you know? They're alone.
I'm kind of crying.
Anyways.
God.
Instagram.
That's rough.
Hi Nugget. Hello.
That's rough. Okay. Can't believe I didn't know that
Me
about you.
either,
I'm kind
honestly.
of glad because that would have changed things for me.
I would have removed myself from this friendship. Is that what you're saying?
No, I would have just thought Nugget's not having it right now. Nugget wants all the attention. That's why I know that this is my dog. Yeah, so you can tell them a little bit about how you got started.
Okay. Yeah, so I started my separate profile.
And not to cut you off, but also like kind of modeling and Instagram kind of happened pretty simultaneously for us. So like, well, not for you, not as much for you because you've been modeling since you were little, but I'm just saying like as far as like, I feel like you can kind of take what you need from both of these parts as far as like how we started.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
et cetera, et
So
cetera.
I started my separate profile mainly at first as a way to share my modeling photos because I didn't want them on my personal page and I wanted to keep the two separate, like my professional stuff and then my personal stuff.
Can't have grandpappy seeing
I can't have like my
booty.
random cousins in New York who are like 40 like liking pictures of my ass out. So, want to keep the two separate. So yeah, I mostly did it to start sharing the modeling photos, and then it was that for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because back then, like 5 years ago, influencers weren't really a thing. No one was really making money from the app. I actually saw someone who's my friend now, Erica Whedon, shout out you, and she knows that she's like a big part of my story. I saw her profile. I think she had 60,000 followers at the time, and I saw her just getting a bunch of free bikinis and like cute free stuff and just taking a bunch of photos, and I was like, girl, if you can do it, I can do it.
And
she
Erica is literally the same person that like I saw doing it.
Yeah. It's
and
crazy.
Then I was like, I can do that too.
Yeah, I don't know, something about her was super relatable, and I was like, yeah, if she can do this, I can do this. And like I had been wanting to get in front of a camera more as like an older, because I did child modeling, but since getting my braces off and stuff, I was like getting my confidence back. So yeah, and then sure shit, I ended up finding her Twitter, and that night she was like, put on her Twitter, I'm opening up a modeling agency, Whedon Models, like DM me or send me your information. And I was like, oh,
Throwback
cool, bet.
Thursday, man.
Bet. So that's actually like how me and Jess first encountered each other, was through Whedon Models. And like
because we were both like part of this, like,
yeah, Erica was like styling shoots and helping us like get brand collaborations and stuff. So, but collabs as in not paid. And then it kind of just took off from there.
Yeah, and I remember, so like Erica would like style these like shoots for me, or like I would like buy her bikinis like secondhand. And then what I would do is that like once I shot these bikinis, I would send my photos to the brands and say, hey, if you want more photos like this, send me more of your bikinis. And like at the time, you're just fucking hyped to be getting free shit, you know, like a girl who's in like her early years of like, this was like right in my freshman or sophomore year of college. But it turned into just being like, people would reach out to us and like want to send us, you know, bikinis or, you know, clothes or products, and we just were able to say no because we like didn't have to do it or didn't want to do it for free. So,
and honestly, we didn't even start really monetizing it. Like the past 2 years, we probably, I wouldn't even say that.
No, I remember we got like our first, like, remember those towels that were sent to us, and we did like this. That was probably like 3 years ago. Yeah,
but it was like, I mean, it was not nearly enough to pay bills.
It was far and few between.
I'm saying like we got to the point where we could like make a full income off of this probably a year and a half ago, maybe. Right?
For me, I'd say I quit my last like job to become a full-time like model and influencer like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What month is it? August?
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy, and that's something that I think like I can see that it's easy to think that people who do this for a living might take it for granted. But like anyone who knows Jess or I knows that like every day we're like, wow, we're fucking blessed. Like
we're so grateful.
We know how blessed we are. We know that the fact that we can make our own schedule and kind of have the freedom creatively and like just like scheduling wise to plan out our own days and make shit happen. Like I'm thankful for that every morning.
No, and that's not something that we take for granted.
Like that freedom,
all.
You know?
Oh yeah. Being able to travel for work and like
everything that comes with it, all the free shit. Like I don't get one package that I'm like, cool, whatever. Like, and it may seem that way because we get so much stuff, but every time I get something, I'm like, thank you. Like, this is amazing. I know people pay a lot of money and work really hard to pay for these things that I'm just getting sent casually. And we know that, and we don't take that for granted at all.
Yeah, absolutely. But so, we kind of talked about how we started.
We asked some questions on the gram of like things that you guys might be curious about influencers, vloggers, YouTubers, like anyone who just makes money on social media pretty much.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up some of those questions.
A lot of them were like just curious, I think, about the money aspect of it.
Yeah, a lot of people were curious about the financials, but I'll read. So like someone said, how hard is it to actually make money and a living with it? Like we both like kind of said, we've been doing this for years now, and also like it really is like we will check in with each other and be like, dude, because it wasn't always like this. Like for so many, and also for so many years, we were like, oh, I just want to get to a point where like every post is paid. Like we put so much time and money into this, and like we still check ourselves and we're like, dude, we wanted this. Oh, there goes my turkey pot pie. We just started making a full income off of this like a year and a half ago. Yeah. But until then, it was just, I think what I was saying was that like people don't see what it took to get there. Like we've been doing free shit for years. We've been showing up places and just doing things for nothing for a long time. It's like now we're at a point where we can
ask for a rate that we feel like we deserve and is worth our time and effort. But
and we're able to turn things down now that aren't
totally aligned with like our values,
or just
that's actually something we've always been really good about, I feel like, and like held each other accountable, is like not being sellouts.
Yeah, no, that actually has been something like a trend throughout like our friendship and our working
because
relationship.
it's like, for example, like we definitely the guide that we kind of go by, at least I know I do, like I won't work with a brand if it's not something I wouldn't recommend to my mom or my sister. And that's like a good principle for me to be like, okay, do I want to be promoting this?
Yeah.
Or am I going to turn down the money? Because like, you guys know, like someone gives you a nice, decent little price, it's hard to turn that down. But it's really about like standing your ground and knowing. And luckily we are at the point now where we have enough collaborations coming in, we're on enough monthly agreements and contracts that we can say no to those things, which is really nice. Like, just as a quick example, like a fat burner, that's something that we have always turned down.
Let's just say it, skinny teas.
Yeah, like
we won't do
like
it.
Detox skinny teas, like I don't think that's something I did back in the day.
No.
I did detox, like a Colin one, but like the fat burners, like I've turned down plenty of like things like that. I couldn't
even feel comfortable doing it because it's like I can't, show people like my body and pretend like
I got it from drinking a certain tea. Like,
yeah, that's fucking a tea that makes you fucking shit your brains out or something.
Yeah, and also like that's not what we're out here like trying to promote.
Yeah.
Like we're trying to promote the opposite. Like obviously we want to encourage people to like live their best life and like have a healthy lifestyle, but I'm not out here trying to make you feel insecure. And I think that's another big thing is like, it's so like we all compare ourselves on social media, and like we even do it with girls we follow. Like 100% we'll send each other girls all the time and be like, ugh, perf.
Yeah.
But it's so unhealthy, and I don't think that's something we ever want to promote ourselves.
Yeah. And like, I mean, if anything, the most I feel like I would ever feel comfortable doing to promote, like, if someone, like, girls reach out to me and they're like, oh, like, how did you get your body? Like, what workouts do you do? And honestly, like, it's so hard for me to even answer those questions because, one, I could definitely have, like, a better diet. Like, I can't even in good conscience tell these girls that, like, I work out consistently.
I eat clean, yeah.
Because I fucking don't.
Yeah, Jess does not eat clean.
I don't eat clean, and I binge drink every weekend.
She eats chicken nuggets, pizza. She's not kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Coke.
kidding. Oh, God.
Coca-Cola.
And
I just realized how that sound.
Yeah, no. Only
That's how
Coca-Cola.
She stays skinny.
No, soda. I'm a big Coca-Cola person. Yeah, unfortunately,
like,
and I know it's
because
like poison.
Like the worst thing you can say to someone who's asking how you got their body is being like, honestly, genetics. But it's like I don't want to lie.
Yeah, and I don't.
I mean, I eat clean. I try to work out as much as possible. I danced for 10 years, so that's probably why I got some of my physique. But like, I'm not out here counting calories. Like,
yeah,
I just
or even like
parents are thin and like that's not even what we want to be promoting either. It's not like
exactly.
We're not like the whole standard of beauty is kind of fucked, and it's all
sit.
We're dealing with our mascot here. It's getting a little frisky.
Nugget, chill out.
But yeah, it's really important to us, I think, how we brand ourselves, and I have tried over the years to remain as genuine and authentic and real as possible. And I think that shows.
We won't promote products that we don't believe in.
Yeah.
Like, just...
Like, yeah, period.
Yeah. So, and like we said a little bit earlier, we posted on our Instagram stories and invited people to ask us questions about it. So...
Because I feel like, whenever I talk to, like, my friends from high school about it, they're like, oh my God, like, that's crazy. You literally, like, talk to brands like that? Like, what's a media kit? You're sending them specific numbers? And I'm like, yes, this is, like, a full-on, like, it's a little business. It's a side hustle. And it does get down to the specifics of your engagement and your insights. Like, some people, obviously, I don't know how familiar our audience is with Instagram and social media, but some people don't even know that. Like, they think it's as simple as getting a product, posting a photo. People like, they're like, oh, you just post a photo. I'm like, yes and
I
no.
just got like I got the meanest comment like the other day, and was like, this guy commented on one of my fucking photos and was like, imagine working a real day in your life and not vacationing once a month. Amazing what you get in this world in 2019 if you're a hot girl with a lot of IG followers. And then he commented again and said, and please don't pretend standing around in a bikini with your pictures being taken as a job. And you know what, Davy Dingle? Suck my fucking ass. I'm just gonna lay that out there.
Just, yeah.
Like, people, like, and that's what we were saying, like, the stigma around, like, some people just fucking hate, you know, or like, and I feel like it's people who hate women. I feel like they hate women who have
not necessarily
learned to monetize their bodies.
Yeah, but that's a blanket statement because I feel like there's a lot of women who also hate on it too.
Yeah, no. I just
like of girls just being, but
salty.
I think it stems from a place of envy.
Oh,
which I understand. I get it. We both have worked normal jobs. We both have showed up 5 days out of the week and hated our lives.
And worked 9 to 5.
Is this much better than that? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
We're not denying that. But we also have put the work in to get here. Like, we treat it like a job. We schedule we schedule content
100%
days.
our job.
We find locations. We plan the outfits because God forbid you wear the same outfit twice.
That's not even the worst of our fucking issues. Like, we put in so many hours doing brand outreach and negotiating with brands, and not to mention the time that we've invested into our equipment and into
and expensive. I'm like, expensive.
No, but not only our equipment, but like the time that we've invested in me learning Lightroom, learning how
everything.
To take photos,
like we're editing on professional software. We're taking photos with professional equipment.
We're like organizing and delivering these photos. Like,
not that I think it is definitely easier than showing up, and we do have the freedom, but it's not like people think that we can just like sit here, take a selfie, and like that's it.
Call
like,
it a fucking day.
Brands, we are offering a value to brands, and that's the service that they're paying for.
Yeah,
and is having it look great, having your specific audience see the product, however you decide to style it. It's a creative process, but it's definitely work.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
And we enjoy it. We love it. But it does kind of get annoying when people are like, oh, well, you know.
Yeah, like they blow it
off. You post a picture and you get paid. I'm like, yeah, but a lot goes into it.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
I wake up fucking at the ass crack of dawn, take my ass to the beach, sweat my fucking tits off for these photos, all right? It's a hard knock life.
No, but Jess and I meet up like twice a week to do brand outreach, strategize. Yeah. We're like literally sending our media kits out to a bunch of brands, and I made my own media kit. We taught ourselves everything too, which has been interesting. Yes, how hard is it to actually make money and a living with it? So we are both in monthly contractual agreements with a few different brands. Yeah, so that's like that's it. That's kind of how we're able to do what we do, is having those. Because it's the only consistency that we have.
Yeah.
Like, so we'll get random collaborations on top of that, but we know every month we're going to make a certain amount of money. So actually, and then that's the first time I thought about that.
And then we have certain deliverables. Like, yeah. So let's say like one of our deals is 1 post a week and like 2 stories a week, and we just have like a monthly deal, and we just get paid per month for that. And you know, whether it's like 3 months or 6 months or
obviously you want the contract to be as long as possible, but that is kind of what makes us able to, that gives us the freedom to know like, okay, we can pay our rent this month.
Yeah.
Without that, it would be a little sketchy.
Yeah. And it definitely was for a while, because like before we had these, it was just kind of like hoping that you'd get enough collaborations in the month to be able to pay your shit.
Okay, this is a good question. How do you react to Instagram changes out of your control, such as no like shown? We start a podcast.
And that's what we're doing here.
Honestly. Well, so like obviously Instagram isn't going to be around forever. We know that. And that is definitely one of the reasons we wanted to just start a new venture and explore something else, because and we have had so many conversations about this. Like, what if, you know, people lose their accounts all the time? What if Instagram just goes out tomorrow? Everyone's like, oh, no, that won't happen. I'm like, you don't know that. There is no job security.
But what if you just lost your account? Or what if they decided to do another fucking algorithm change?
Anyone who thinks they have job security, I think, is mistaken, because you can lose your shit like that.
Oh, so quick.
So I don't know if this is any more risky, but we definitely like try not to put all of our eggs in one basket. Like, I do have my blog that kind of is about, I use that as a backup. I have modeling and I do a lot of commercial work. That's a big backup for me because I do make a lot of my income from that. And then yeah, like we're seeing definitely the future. We know Instagram's not going to be our career for 40 years. Like that's not what we want. I'm gonna
be a fucking old woman.
Like
influencer.
I'm already like kind of like when we've talked about this, like I feel like we did it. We hit our goals.
We did the thing.
Where, you know, like we deserve the point that we're at now. We worked really hard for it. What's next?
Yeah.
And that's this podcast.
And that's not to say that we won't ride this wave as long as we can, because...
But it's definitely... for people who... What would you say about someone who's trying to start now?
I mean, like, and I get those questions all the time. You know, like, friends, like... Or even, like, just girls that are like, oh, like, I need to build my, like, social media following in order to be a model, blah, blah, blah. I'm like... I couldn't tell you how to start in this day and age.
Right, because we started when things were so different. Like, it is so much harder to start now. So much harder.
So much harder. I wouldn't even know.
And literally, by harder, for those of you who don't really understand like what that means, is Instagram realizes that people are making money from it and they want their cut. So they're making it very hard for people like us who make money. They're making it really hard for us to continue to make money because they want you to
pay for the reach,
pay to promote your posts, which I have had to do.
Yeah,
I do that on every photo. I have to.
Yeah, you just
because if not, it's not that people aren't liking the photo; it's that they're not seeing it. Whereas before,
it's getting shown to like 1% of your audience.
Yeah, I was having 15th. I had like say 20,000 followers. My post was reaching 8,000 people. Now it's reaching 2,000 people. And it's nothing about what I've done. We've only gotten better. And this is a common theme with content creators and influencers. Like, this is across the board. Everyone who works in this type of work will tell you engagement sucks. Instagram sucks. They're making it super, super hard. And it sucks because it's fucking with your money. Yeah. Because as much as you want to say, oh, don't pay attention to numbers don't matter, like focus on quality of your content, that's great, and that's what we've done. But at the end of the day, numbers do matter because we're talking with brands and we're showing them those numbers, and they will pay you by the thousands, hundreds, whatever it is.
And then it makes your following look
fake
and inauthentic because your likes are just not adding up, and it's like
it's tricky.
I've never fought followers. I've never bought followers a day in my
followers.
Never in a day in my life have I bought followers. Yet there's some photos where mine like it's just not adding up.
It doesn't add up.
Some, and then I have some photos that like pop the fuck off, and then they're getting like.
It almost looks sketchy.
Yeah. And then the next photo that I post isn't getting jack shit.
And that's why, like, for someone who's trying to start now, I don't want to like I wouldn't discourage someone out of it, but I would say like look for the next thing because there's gonna be a next thing.
100%. There
always is. I would say start plotting for that.
Yeah.
I have a good question. Are you done?
Yeah, go for it.
Is there day-to-day life the same as it appears online?
I mean, Instagram is a highlight reel at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, everyone knows that.
But
I think.
But I mean, at the same time, like, don't get me wrong. We have our ups and downs. Do we showcase all of the downs? No.
Here's what I think. I think that when I'm active on Instagram and when I have a lot of stories and I'm putting myself out there and I'm doing selfie and talking to the camera and like showing what I'm doing throughout the day, yeah, that's my day. Duh.
Yeah.
But when I'm with my boyfriend or like this whole weekend, I was like not really, other than showing off my little goats and chickens, I like when I'm in chill mode and I have no makeup on, I'm not documenting that. That's me time. And that's not something people don't follow me for that. People follow me because they want to see me shooting content and modeling and that's what
doing the thing.
That's the entertaining aspect of it. So when it looks like that, I'm living that. And when it doesn't look like that, I'm not posting anything. Yeah. Because that's, me time and personal time. And like, I'm not going to shove a camera on my boyfriend's face. And, you got to draw the line somewhere, which is interesting because some of my favorite blogger, Siobhan, shout out you. I hope I meet her one day. She, I think, is so successful because she has invested her audience in so much of her life. Like I feel like too much, like where you draw the line. Like she shows like her it's a part of the brand she's built. Her husband, her dogs, her baby that she just had. It's like,
I think it's personal preference.
Her sister, every aspect of her life is like full on documented, and like they're all here for it. Like her husband's great on camera, like he says funny stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy because she has like a full on, like probably at least 30 slides a day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know, but I love it. Like I'll sit down and I'll make sure I'm in a quiet room to listen to her story. Like that's how invested I am.
Oh my god.
I know I love her, but it's interesting because I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no.
I couldn't devote that much time. But because she has a cult following. Yeah. People are so invested. Like, look, I'm so invested in her life, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
it's interesting.
I think it's just personal preference. And,
yeah.
And to take this back to the question of is the day-to-day life like what it looks like on Instagram? I feel like it depends on that day. No one's going to be like the day in that person, what they're choosing to showcase.
Yeah, no one's going to be like, go on, hey, I just went through a fucking horrible breakup, let me spill it out on you. Like, that's what friends are for.
Yeah.
It's definitely a highlight. Like, you're going to put your best moments and your best photos on there.
Yeah.
You guys don't see our ugly shit.
Yeah.
You wish you could.
I mean, but then again, like, I feel like
I honestly, like, I've told you, I try to go on the person. I try to go on looking not perfect because then it lowers the standard.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to look perfect every time, you know?
Yeah, but it's also like, people are so mean.
People are so mean. And that is a perfect segue into how to deal with judgment and trolls and hate.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people. So Jess did you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So, we do just ads sometimes.
Content creation. So we work with a brand called Glossier. Shout out. They're awesome.
We love Glossier.
Love their products.
Ladies over there are great. And we really do love their products, and I'm wearing multiple of their products right now.
So if you know them, I'm sure majority of our audience has seen their targeted ads because they just blow up their ads on Facebook, really Instagram, everywhere. So a lot of their ads are just like normal looking girls, like in good lighting, and just applying the makeup. Yeah. So that is what we both have created for them.
Yeah. And so they've pushed a couple of these ads that I've made for them, and
one of them has over 1 million views.
Yeah, I think
one.
I think they both are getting over have over 1 million views, and so they come up on my page.
Don't hate her because she's famous.
Shut up. And so they came up on my page, and people tag, locals tag me in these all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, look at you, whatever. So I was just looking at the comments, which I should have never done. But yeah, people were fucking tearing me up in these comments.
People are mean.
Yeah,
you don't have to read them if you don't want to.
Oh, do I have? I have some of the screenshots.
Anyways, it's like we put ourselves out there knowing that it's reaching a bigger audience, and not everyone's gonna like it. People are gonna have shit to say, but I always try to remind her, and I think of this too, is they're not the ones putting their face out there.
I mean, it's really easy to be mean behind a keyboard.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I won't get into the fucking nitty gritty of these comments, but a lot of them were
just mean.
Just a lot of shit about just shitting on my face, shitting on my nose, shitting on saying that I look like someone that would have bullied them in middle school, which is hilarious considering I was bullied. And then someone said something mean that was her nose looks like a plastic surgery fluke.
Horrible.
So, and what I'm kind of putting out of this is that one, I know that I'm beautiful, and luckily
that's all that matters.
Yeah, and it really is. It's
you should be able to stand there and have someone shit on you, and you still be like,
and it
great,
not matter.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it is not taking personally, and knowing that the people who are writing those, that's just their own personal deep shit that's being projected onto whoever they can.
Yeah.
It's sad, honestly. A few weeks ago, I got a long paragraph in my blog submission, which is a lot of effort for someone to go out of their way to do. I mean, this was
they also made a fake email to do it.
Yeah, crazy. And I don't really get trolls like that. I don't know.
I've always been the one that's
for some reason
trolls.
Jess has a history of trolls, and I literally, this might be one of the only.
I piss people off.
1, 2, or 3. And I got a whole page about how girls like me are making people anorexic and giving them body dysmorphia and giving them eating disorders.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel bad for that. Not a single part of me took that personally.
Yeah.
Not a single part of me was upset by that personally, because I was just like, that's sad for them. I feel bad that they're taking this much time out of their day and energy to like
pretend like you are giving these people
like it
disorders.
was so obvious to me that they have a problem, maybe an eating disorder,
and the same person has
some sort of insecurity around that, and feels the need to like, you know, blame it on someone other than themselves.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just like, wow, okay, so should I ignore this, or should I wanted to like write back and be like, just open my heart, you know, like I didn't want to be a bitch. I wanted to be like, I'm sorry you feel that way, like what. And I don't know. I didn't even go as far as thinking like how I would word it, but I really just wanted to be kind to them.
See, yeah, when I read those fucking comments, no part of me wanted to be kind.
They like attacked you on a different level though.
Yeah. But then
Fuck
again,
them.
Yeah, I just wanted to be like, hey, fuck you, I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Like, that's just where I was coming from. Like, hey, you wouldn't like that if I said that about you.
Yeah. And then, like, I feel like if you were to call them out, they'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, because they think that, like, you're never going to see it.
Yeah. They think that I'm just, like, some random ass, like, bitch, which, you know, it's fair to think.
It is fair to think. Also, I think a big way we help each other deal with it is, like, we know we don't identify completely with our modeling and our careers and our Instagram. Like, it is something that we do. It is not who we are by any means.
100%. Like, I am not.
It can't be.
I am not just this vessel.
You are not the Jessica Experience. I am not Olivia PW.
Yeah.
Like, we're just humans experiencing this, and that is something that we do.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that a big part of it relies on our appearance and our image. But
and not only that, but like we are. You can shit on our appearance all day, but we know at the end of the day that
I'm beautiful inside.
Dead ass. Like,
oh yeah,
I know that I'm a good fucking person.
I know I'm going straight to heaven.
Straight.
I'm taking the express lanes to that bitch.
Express
Be
lanes.
like, what up? Been a good person for like 80 years.
80? Damn.
Yeah, I'm hoping I live that long.
Oh, I hope you live that long too.
Me too.
I hope you live long. Well, I mean,
I don't want to live that long.
Quality of life. But regardless, yeah, like, and that's why, like, and people can say things about me, and like, I grew up for a very long time with like getting bullied and getting just like shit on, because I had a big glow up. So it took a long time for me to learn how to love myself. And so even though I read those comments and I was a little bit like thrown off, because a lot of them really were mean, so kind of like,
and you let yourself feel it.
Yeah. And I let myself feel it,
because we're human.
I was like, damn, like, that sucks. And then I let myself feel it. I shed a tear, I won't lie.
Oh.
I did. I shed a couple tears. But then I gave it like 3 minutes, and then I was like,
man, fuck it, I'm a bad bitch.
I was like, I'm a bad bitch. Because I am.
Yeah, and she even texted me a day later. I was like, dude,
externally,
people said these mean things. She's like, I let myself be sad about it, but I'm good now. I'm like, yeah, all right, you Gucci.
And like, it's okay.
Because what can you do? Like people will say anything.
People aren't gonna, like, not everyone's gonna think, and especially like in this industry, like, and I'll even, you know, touch on the fact that, like, when I've been modeling for a long time, and I was going into castings, and I got denied so many times, and it just took the persistence of continuing to like keeping my head up and keeping my eye on the fucking prize, and then you know, letting the universe
do its thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so I think that just about covers that.
Yeah.
If you guys have questions, let us know. We could always throw in an extra little some on the next episode.
Definitely.
So that brings us to our tea time.
Tea time.
Clink. Ding.
So I have the question.
I don't know what she's gonna ask. Kind of nervous.
Be nervous.
Like it, don't.
What is your guilty pleasure?
This is a great one.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Wrote it down.
Well, I recently have been a new viewer of The Bachelorette. Gotta say, that is definitely a guilty pleasure. Because I know it's just like so stupid, but I watch it anyways. The Kardashians can also be I think reality TV.
The Kardashians?
Yeah,
really?
if it's on, like, that shit's entertaining.
I would say my guilty pleasure is definitely like chocolate anything, like fuck me up. Like,
dark chocolate is a good one for me. No, fuck. I really want to think about this.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point that you can't think about it. But yeah, I would say, I mean, like, I know that's like so boring, but like I'll eat anything that's chocolate near me. Like it's so bad.
Yeah, I know.
I'll inhale it.
I know it is bad. Okay, whatever. I'm going with The Bachelorette.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And yours is chocolate. Wow, we are basic ass bitches.
That's exciting.
Damn.
What? I mean,
Are we basic?
Whiskey, tequila.
Like,
what would you say is like one of your vices? It's another way of like wording. Reading isn't a vice.
What's a vice? Something like
God.
like a clutch? Like, what's a vice?
Like if someone were addicted to drooling, like that would be their vice.
Okay, I guess like staying in bed for like 2 hours when I wake up.
Yeah, that's a guilty pleasure.
Oh my god, that is a bad habit. That's not a guilty pleasure. That's my worst habit of my life.
But that's what a guilty pleasure
That was like
is.
what I wanted to work on for 2019, and I have failed miserably at that. But I've read a book a month, so I'm on track with that.
You win some, you lose
Balance,
some.
right? Some days it's whiskey, some days it's water.
And with that, we'll be signing off.
Yeah, good episode.
Good episode.
I feel like that was so much more gooder. More natural than the first one. So if you guys have listened to both all throughout, much love.
Yeah.
Day one fans.
That and
we're so excited for this to pop off.
Yeah. We have some really exciting topics coming up. So yeah, if you like this episode, share it with a friend, send it to a friend. We would really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, guys, follow us on Whiskey and Water Podcast on Instagram. I think we made a Twitter. Did we make a Twitter?
Yeah, we did.
Follow us on Whiskey and Water Podcast on Twitter. Like, share. We're going to need help blowing this thing up. Second episode. Let's fucking do it.
We're out here.
Peace.